Sitting in his favorite armchair, grandfather would often share stories that seemed as old as time itself. Picture a gentle yet strong voice, weaving through tales of adventure, struggles, and triumphs. Imagine a man who had seen the world change in more ways than anyone could count, yet held onto the wisdom that never went out of style. His stories were not just about the past, but lessons carved from the heart, offering insights for a life well lived. One afternoon, as the sunlight danced through the window, he leaned in and shared a nugget of wisdom that has stuck with me ever since. Patience, young one, is the key to all things worthwhile. At that moment, it was as if the world paused, urging me to absorb every word. This video invites you to join me on a journey through 50 of these unforgettable life lessons from my dear grandfather. Each gem of wisdom holds invaluable insights applicable to all generations, insights that promise to resonate with you, instilling a sense of understanding and purpose. So stay with us as we unravel these timeless lessons that, no matter what age you are, will offer new perspectives and guide you on your personal journey. The first lesson my grandfather taught me was the importance of patience. He believed that patience was not just a passive waiting, but an active process of buoyancy and resilience. I remember him sharing a story about his early days working in a bustling workshop. He was ambitious, eager to rise through the ranks quickly. However, it was his patience, his ability to take the time to learn each skill thoroughly, that set him apart. There was a particular instance when a complex machinery malfunctioned. Instead of rushing to repair it hastily, my grandfather took a moment to observe and analyze the problem. His patience allowed him to find a solution that others had overlooked, earning him respect and recognition. This story underscores how patience helps in making thoughtful decisions that lead to successful outcomes. In today's world, where everything moves at lightning speed, the practice of patience is more relevant than ever. It teaches us to pause, to think, and to act with wisdom rather than haste. Grandfather often said that patience is like a bridge that connects our dreams to reality. It allows us the time to grow, learn, and eventually reach our goals, no matter how distant they may seem. Embracing patience in our daily lives can transform how we perceive challenges, helping us tackle them with a calm and focused mindset. Life lesson 2: the value of hard work was another cornerstone of grandfather's teachings. He often shared tales of his journey in the early years of his career. Imagine a young man fresh out of school, stepping into a world filled with uncertainty and opportunities. The path wasn't easy. It was lined with long hours, sleepless nights, and countless hurdles, but each challenge was met with determination and a relentless spirit. Grandfather used to recount how he climbed the ladders of success one rung at a time in a large manufacturing factory. There was a particular story he loved to tell about a project everyone thought was impossible due to its sheer complexity. Yet, through consistent effort and unwavering perseverance, he led a team that transformed the impossible into a triumph. His dedication not only brought the project to completion, but also set a benchmark for others to aspire to. This story is a testament to the fruits of hard work, showing us that dedication is often rewarded in the most unexpected ways. In today's fast-paced world, where the allure of shortcuts and quick fixes is ever present, grandfather's lesson on hard work serves as a grounding reminder. It is the sweat and perseverance that lay the foundation for true success. Hard work is not merely about laboring tirelessly. It is about giving your best, learning from every experience, and growing with each step you take. It is this commitment that builds character and shapes destiny. Grandfather's wisdom echoes in every task we undertake, urging us to embrace the value of hard work as an integral part of our lives, pushing us forward towards our dreams with an unwavering resolve. Life lesson 3: cherishing family was at the heart of grandfather's teachings. He always believed that family was the anchor that kept us grounded through life's storms. Imagine a house filled with laughter and warmth, where stories, meals, and traditions were shared freely among generations. Grandfather's stories would often paint vivid pictures of family gatherings that were more than just events. They were living tapestries of love and connection. I recall the tales of summer nights where the air was filled with the aroma of home-cooked meals, and the garden echoed with the joyful chatter of cousins playing. These gatherings were not solely about revelry, but about reinforcing bonds that carried us through trying times. There was one story he recounted with a special twinkle in his eye. It was about a particularly challenging season in his life, where difficulties were mounting and hope seemed distant. However, it was the unwavering support from his family that became his beacon, guiding him through the darkest times. Their collective strength and compassion enveloped him, reminding him of the power in unity. This sense of family provided not just solace, but a reminder of who he was and where he belonged. In today's world, where distances widen far beyond physical miles, cherishing family takes on even greater significance. Family is more than the people we are related to by blood. It is about those steadfast connections that offer a sanctuary of understanding, patience, and unconditional love. Grandfather's wisdom reminds us that when we cherish our families, we nurture the roots that allow us to grow and thrive. By prioritizing family, we create a support system that extends far beyond individual achievements, offering a circle of love that buoys us through life's ups and downs. It is in the embrace of family that we find the strength to face challenges, the joy in shared success, and the comfort of belonging in an ever-changing world. The art of listening is an undervalued treasure in our fast-paced world, yet my grandfather esteemed it as a crucial skill. He believed that true listening meant more than just hearing words. It involved understanding the emotions and intent behind them. He often shared a profound story about a time when a close friend was going through a difficult phase. Instead of offering advice, my grandfather simply listened, creating a safe space for his friend to express his thoughts and emotions. This wasn't just about being polite, it was about truly connecting and offering silent support. This act of listening strengthened their bond, illustrating how powerful genuine attention can be. Grandfather's ability to listen without judgment made him a confidant to many, teaching me that sometimes the best way to help is to be a patient and empathetic listener. To improve our own listening skills, he advised practicing mindfulness, focusing fully on the speaker without distractions, and asking clarifying questions to ensure understanding. He emphasized the importance of maintaining eye contact and nodding to show engagement. Through these small yet impactful actions, we can become better listeners, enhancing our relationships by showing others that we value their words and feelings. Grandfather's wisdom on active listening encourages us to foster authentic connections, reminding us that in truly listening, we offer the rare gift of presence and understanding. Staying humble was a philosophy my grandfather lived by, and it shone through in every encounter he had. He once recounted an inspiring story from his youth when he worked alongside a team of seasoned craftsmen. Despite his growing expertise, he never let his skills define him as more important than others. Instead, he remained eager to learn from his colleagues, valuing their wisdom and experience. There was a particular instance where a new, complicated project required collaboration among all team members. Rather than asserting his opinions as superior, my grandfather listened to every suggestion, understanding that each perspective added value. This humility not only fostered a spirit of teamwork, but also built trust and respect amongst his peers. One colleague even credited their project's success to my grandfather's inclusive approach, underscoring how humility can nurture collaboration and innovation. Grandfather's humility wasn't just reserved for work, it enriched his personal relationships as well. He believed that by acknowledging our own imperfections, we open the door to genuine connections and growth. Whether it was admitting a mistake or applauding others' achievements, his modesty set a powerful example of grace. This humility taught me that being humble doesn't mean undervaluing oneself. It means recognizing and appreciating the strengths in others and understanding that every person has something to offer. This lesson remains significant in every aspect of life, reminding us that true strength lies in putting egos aside and embracing the richness of collective wisdom. In a world where achievements are often celebrated with loud fanfare, Grandfather's approach to staying humble offers a refreshing perspective, inviting us all to walk a path of quiet confidence and mutual respect. Kindness was a language my grandfather spoke fluently, and it was woven into the fabric of his everyday life. I remember a story he often shared about a time when a neighbor's home was damaged by a storm. Without hesitation, Grandfather gathered supplies, rallied some friends, and spent the entire weekend helping to repair what was broken. His simple act of kindness not only repaired a house but also built a stronger community, fostering bonds that lasted for years. Another time, during a particularly harsh winter, he noticed the mail carrier struggling with the icy paths. Every morning, he made sure to shovel and salt the walkway, leaving a thermos of warm tea by the mailbox. This small gesture, routine and seemingly insignificant, left a lasting impression, reminding each of us how powerful a single act can be. My grandfather understood that kindness doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes it's the little things, like a warm smile or a listening ear, that make the most profound impact. His way of living taught me that kindness is contagious. It has the power to spread from person to person, creating a ripple effect that can change the world one good deed at a time. By embracing kindness, we not only uplift those around us, but also nurture a society built on compassion and understanding. In a world often overshadowed by negativity, Grandfather's lessons in kindness act as a beacon, urging us to spread light and love wherever we go. His legacy of kindness continues to inspire, encouraging us all to make the conscious choice to be kind every single day, knowing that even the smallest acts can create waves of positivity and transformation. The importance of seizing opportunities was one of my grandfather's standout teachings, a lesson deeply woven into the tapestry of his life stories. He often spoke with enthusiasm about recognizing the moments that shape our destinies, those fleeting windows of opportunity that, when acted upon, hold the potential for extraordinary change. One story he loved to share was from his early days working as a young apprentice in a bustling city. A position opened in a department known for its innovation, but many felt intimidated by the rigorous demands and fast-paced environment. Grandfather, however, saw this as a golden opportunity. Despite his initial uncertainties, he mustered the courage to apply, knowing that embracing this challenge could lead to invaluable growth. His bold decision to step into the unknown did more than further his career. It taught him the power of courage and the rewards of taking calculated risks. That leap not only advanced his professional life, but also instilled a lifelong belief in the importance of seizing the right opportunities. He would say that opportunities often present themselves in disguise, and recognizing them requires an open mind and a willing heart. In today's fast-evolving world, his wisdom urges us to be vigilant, to look beyond the apparent and see possibilities where others might see none. Whether it's a new job, an innovative idea, or a chance meeting, embracing opportunities can lead to paths we never imagined. Grandfather's lesson on seizing opportunities encourages us to act with intention and not shy away from the unknown. It reminds us that by stepping out of our comfort zones, we can uncover new horizons and create a life rich with experiences and achievements. His teaching serves as a powerful reminder that life is full of chances waiting to be taken, urging us to seize each day with optimism and determination. Learning from failure was one of my grandfather's most profound lessons. He often reminded me that failure is not the end but a beginning. Imagine a young man filled with dreams and ambition facing a daunting setback. This was my grandfather's reality when his first business venture fell short. Rather than letting defeat define him, he saw it as an opportunity to learn. He would say that each failure carries valuable lessons if we are willing to listen. It was during this challenging period that he realized the importance of resilience and adaptation. Instead of giving up, he carefully analyzed what went wrong, identifying areas for improvement. This introspection led him to refine his skills and strategies, paving the way for future success. One particular story he shared was about a significant contract he lost due to a minor oversight. Rather than blaming others or circumstances, grandfather took full responsibility, using the experience as motivation to enhance his attention to detail. He dedicated time to developing a meticulous system for reviewing his work, ensuring such an error would never occur again. This resilience and determination did not just rebuild his confidence, they strengthened his resolve, leading to a successful rebranding of his business. Grandfather's approach to failure taught me that setbacks are stepping stones to greater achievements. In today's rapidly changing world, where the fear of failure can often hinder progress, his wisdom encourages us to embrace our mistakes as opportunities for growth. Learning from failure is about resilience, the courage to rise after a fall, and the ability to transform a setback into a powerful lesson. It's about seeing beyond the immediate disappointment and focusing on the growth that follows. This perspective empowers us to persist with determination and hope, reminding us that every failure is a stepping stone on the journey to success. Grandfather's legacy lives on through this invaluable lesson, inspiring us to face challenges with optimism and to see the hidden potential within every failure. Embracing your passion is something grandfather championed wholeheartedly. He believed that pursuing what you love injects life with joy and purpose. Picture a man whose eyes lit up when talking about his more artistic pursuits, moments that transcended the everyday hustle. His passion shone brightly in his love for painting. He often spent weekends in his small studio, where blank canvases were transformed into vibrant impressions of the world through his eyes. Grandfather's choice to pursue painting, despite the demands of his day-to-day work, taught me that passion transcends professional titles and job descriptions. It fuels creativity, offering a sense of fulfillment that nourishes the soul. His artistry was not just confined to painting. He also found solace in music, spending quiet evenings strumming his guitar, lost in melodies he created. These pursuits were more than hobbies, they were expressions of the life he cherished deeply. Through his example, he showed that passion isn't limited to specific paths but can be an integral part of every aspect of life. By weaving what you love into your daily routine, passion becomes a guiding light, enriching personal and professional life alike. Grandfather's experiences encourage us to uncover what we truly love and integrate it into our lives. For many, the search for passion may seem daunting amidst life's demands. Yet, as grandfather often reminded me, passion is not always found in grand gestures. Sometimes it's the small, everyday joys that reveal where our true interests lie. By exploring different paths, whether it's through hobbies, volunteering, or new experiences, we open doors to discovering what excites us. He believed that passion is a journey of self-discovery, constantly evolving and bringing new facets of joy and satisfaction. This pursuit isn't just about achieving perfection, it's about savoring the journey and the growth it brings. So, I encourage you to take a moment to reflect on what excites you, to engage with what you love, and to embrace the unique talents you possess. Allow those passions to unfold and enrich your life, just as grandfather's passions did for him. Remember, following your heart has the power to transform the mundane into the extraordinary, creating a life filled with purpose and happiness. Maintaining integrity was a cornerstone of my grandfather's character, shaping not only his life but those around him. He often spoke of integrity as a guiding compass, a beacon that directed his actions and decisions. One story he loved to recount was from his time as a young manager at a manufacturing firm. He faced a situation where a supplier had offered him an enticing deal that would have benefited him personally but was not in the company's best interests. Despite the temptation, grandfather chose to uphold his principles, prioritizing the company's values over personal gain. This decision wasn't without its challenges, yet it earned him immense respect from his colleagues and superiors. His unwavering adherence to integrity not only protected the firm's reputation, but also set a standard for others to follow. He believed that integrity was about doing the right thing even when no one was watching, a lesson that resonates strongly in today's world. Upholding integrity nurtures an environment of trust and respect, essential components in personal and professional relationships. In a time when the pressure to cut corners can be overwhelming, grandfather's example serves as a powerful reminder of the long-term benefits of standing by one's principles. Even now, his wisdom encourages us to lead with honesty and transparency, fostering trust that forms the foundation of meaningful connections. This enduring lesson of integrity goes beyond mere ethical conduct. It is about cultivating a life of authenticity and honor. By embracing integrity, we not only elevate our own lives but inspire those around us to do the same, creating a ripple effect of trust and respect in our communities. Grandfather's commitment to integrity teaches us that true success is measured not just by achievements but by the character and values we uphold. Embracing change with grace is one of the most vital lessons my grandfather imparted to me. Change is an inevitable part of life, he often reminded me, and how we respond to it defines our journey. He shared stories from his childhood during challenging times of economic shifts, where families had to move to new places in search of better opportunities. Imagine a young boy, uncertain yet curious, adjusting to different environments and cultures. Instead of resisting, grandfather embraced these changes as opportunities for growth and learning. He would speak fondly of how each new city offered different experiences, enriching his understanding of the world and deepening his appreciation for diversity. His ability to adapt was not confined to his early years. Even as he grew older, he welcomed advancements in technology and shifting societal norms with the same curiosity and enthusiasm. When computers became part of everyday life, many of his contemporaries were hesitant, but not grandfather. He approached it as another adventure, eager to learn and evolve. Through these experiences, he illustrated that adaptability is a strength that empowers us to navigate life's uncertainties with resilience. He believed that change often brings unexpected gifts, teaching us new skills and perspectives that we might have otherwise overlooked. His wisdom encourages us to look at change not as an obstacle, but as a chance for renewal and discovery. In today's rapidly evolving world, embracing change with grace allows us to thrive amid uncertainty, opening doors to possibilities that enrich our lives and expand our horizons. Grandfather's outlook on change serves as a reminder that by staying open and adaptable, we nurture our own growth and create a future filled with promise and potential. Practicing gratitude was a fundamental part of my grandfather's daily life, infusing every moment with a sense of appreciation and joy. He believed that acknowledging the good in life, no matter how small, cultivated a mindset of abundance. Each morning, grandfather began his day with a simple ritual. As he sipped his coffee on the porch, he'd take a moment to reflect on 3 things he was grateful for. Sometimes it was the beauty of the morning sun, other times the laughter of the family or the comfort of good health. This practice of gratitude set a positive tone for the day, reminding him of the richness of life. One story he shared was about a challenging harvest season when the weather seemed unforgiving. Despite the odds, he found solace in the supportive community around him, thankful for neighbors who banded together to help each other. This gratitude not only eased the burden but strengthened friendships and built a resilient community spirit. Grandfather also wrote gratitude letters to those who had touched his life, capturing moments of kindness and generosity. These letters were treasures, often received with surprise and heartfelt appreciation, illustrating how gratitude can deepen connections. His approach taught me that practicing gratitude isn't just about grand gestures. It's about recognizing the everyday blessings and the people who make life meaningful. In today's often chaotic world, adopting such a perspective can shift our focus from what's lacking to what's abundant, enhancing our well-being and enriching our lives. Grandfather's example encourages us to embrace gratitude as a daily practice, inviting us to pause, appreciate, and express thanks for the myriad of ways we are blessed. This reflection of gratitude reminds us to cherish the present, nurturing a sense of contentment and joy, and fostering a life filled with positivity and connection. The joy of simple pleasures was a lesson my grandfather embraced with unwavering enthusiasm. He often said that life's true richness lay not in grand achievements, but in the small, everyday moments that warm the heart and soothe the soul. Imagine a man who found solace in the gentle rustle of leaves during a morning walk or the intoxicating aroma of fresh coffee brewing at dawn. These were not just routine activities, they were rituals that filled his life with contentment. One of grandfather's favorite simple pleasures was immersing himself in the world of a good book. I remember him sitting by the window, lost in stories that transported him to different times and places. To him, a book was more than just pages and ink. It was a gateway to adventure, wisdom, and reflection. He often encouraged me to find joy in reading, emphasizing how it could illuminate the mind and expand horizons. Nature was another source of profound joy for him. Whether it was tending to his garden, where each bloom was a celebration of life's beauty, or taking leisurely strolls through the local park, he found peace and happiness in nature's embrace. He taught me that by disconnecting from life's frenzy and reconnecting with the natural world, we could nurture our spirits and find tranquility. In today's fast-paced world, where the pursuit of material success often overshadows life's simple pleasures, grandfather's wisdom encourages us to slow down and savor the little things. Whether it's enjoying the laughter shared among friends, the warmth of a loved one's smile, or the serene beauty of a sunset, these moments hold the key to a fulfilled and balanced life. Grandfather's appreciation for simple pleasures reminds us that happiness is not a destination but a journey woven from the fabric of everyday experiences. By cherishing these moments, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for life's abundance, enriching our hearts with gratitude and joy. His legacy invites us to pause and celebrate the beauty in simplicity, rekindling our connection to the wonders that surround us each day. Being resourceful is a skill my grandfather mastered, a quality that allowed him to navigate life's challenges with a blend of ingenuity and resilience. One of my favorite stories is from a particularly harsh winter when resources were scarce and the community faced significant obstacles. Instead of succumbing to despair, grandfather rallied his neighbors, pooling whatever supplies they could muster. Together, they created a makeshift community center where everyone shared warmth, food, and companionship. This act of resourcefulness not only provided immediate relief, but also strengthened the bonds within the community, illustrating how collaboration and creativity can overcome adversity. Another tale that highlights his resourceful nature involved a failing crop season. Faced with dwindling yields, grandfather didn't just lament the situation, he took action. He researched innovative agricultural techniques, adapting them to suit the local environment. His willingness to experiment and apply new methods resulted in a bumper crop the following year, a testament to the power of adaptive thinking. His resourcefulness went beyond just solving problems. It inspired others to think outside the box and persevere. Grandfather's approach teaches us that being resourceful is about making the most of what we have, turning limitations into opportunities. It encourages us to explore possibilities, think creatively, and work together for the greater good. In today's world where challenges can seem overwhelming, his wisdom serves as a guiding light. By tapping into our resourcefulness, not only can we find innovative solutions to complex issues, but we also empower ourselves and our communities to thrive. Grandfather's legacy of resourcefulness reminds us that with a bit of creativity and collective effort, we can transform challenges into stepping stones, fostering resilience and hope in the face of adversity. The strength in vulnerability was a lesson my grandfather understood deeply, often sharing how embracing vulnerability is not a sign of weakness but an emblem of true strength. He believed that allowing ourselves to be open and genuine paves the way for deeper and more meaningful connections. I remember a heartfelt story he told about a time when he was facing a personal struggle. Instead of concealing his emotions, he chose to share his feelings with a close friend. This act of vulnerability did not diminish his strength. Rather, it forged a bond of trust and empathy between them, turning a challenging moment into an opportunity for support and understanding. Grandfather often recounted how, during a community project, he admitted his uncertainties about leading the initiative. Instead of undermining his leadership, this admission inspired others to rally behind him, contributing ideas and assistance that enhanced the project's success. By showing vulnerability, he empowered those around him to engage fully and authentically, creating a collective strength far greater than individual prowess. This openness encouraged a culture of compassion where people felt valued and heard, fostering an environment of collaboration and unity. Grandfather's wisdom reminds us that vulnerability fosters authenticity, allowing us to embrace our true selves. In today's world, where the pressure to appear invulnerable can lead to isolation, his lesson encourages us to break down barriers and build genuine connections. By sharing our struggles, we invite others to share theirs, creating a network of support and resilience. Vulnerability, as grandfather taught me, is a bridge that connects hearts, allowing empathy and kindness to flourish. It is in these moments of shared humanity that we uncover the profound strength that resides in vulnerability, enriching our lives with understanding and connection. Education as a lifelong journey was a mantra my grandfather lived by, constantly seeking knowledge beyond traditional academic settings. He often spoke of education not just as formal schooling, but as a relentless pursuit of understanding the world around us. Imagine a young man, curious and eager, who viewed every experience as a lesson. Grandfather would recount stories from his vast collection of books, each one a window into new worlds and ideas. I recall him sharing how, as a boy in a small village with limited resources, he ravenously devoured any book he could find, from classic literature to scientific journals, teaching himself subjects that piqued his interest. His thirst for knowledge never waned. Even in his later years, he embraced technological advancements, eagerly learning to navigate the digital realm to stay connected and informed. He believed education was not confined to classrooms, but was an ongoing journey of discovery and growth. Grandfather's own diverse learning experiences illustrated how self-education and curiosity fueled a lifetime of personal and professional development. This perspective instilled in me the importance of never ceasing to learn, regardless of age or circumstance. In today's ever-evolving world, his wisdom encourages us to adopt a mindset of continuous learning. Whether it's mastering a new skill, exploring a different culture, or simply engaging in thoughtful discussions, each opportunity to learn enriches our lives and broadens our horizons. By embracing education as a lifelong journey, we cultivate curiosity and adaptability, equipping ourselves to navigate life's complexities. Grandfather's legacy of valuing education reminds us that the quest for knowledge is an empowering force, one that propels us forward, inspires innovation, and nurtures a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world. His enduring passion for learning invites us to explore, question, and grow, celebrating education as an indispensable element of a fulfilling life. The value of respecting different perspectives was an essential lesson from my grandfather, who firmly believed that every individual brings a unique view to the table. He often shared stories that highlighted the beauty of diversity, teaching me the importance of embracing varied opinions. One memorable tale involved a neighborhood meeting where community members were divided over a proposed change in local regulations. Instead of dismissing differing opinions, Grandfather encouraged an open dialogue, inviting everyone to share their thoughts and concerns. His approach created an atmosphere of trust and respect, fostering collaboration as solutions were sought. By acknowledging each perspective, they were able to find common ground and reach a consensus that benefited the community as a whole. Another story he loved to tell was about an international conference where he met people from vastly different cultural backgrounds. Rather than focusing on differences, he saw it as an opportunity to learn and grow, engaging in conversations that broadened his horizons and enriched his understanding. Grandfather's open-mindedness and respect for diverse opinions taught me that we all have something valuable to contribute. In today's interconnected world, where differing views are often met with resistance, his wisdom encourages us to listen actively and respect others' insights. By doing so, we foster an environment where mutual understanding and cooperation can thrive, leading to innovative solutions and enriched relationships. Grandfather's emphasis on respecting different perspectives reminds us that true wisdom lies in our ability to appreciate the diverse tapestry of human experience, nurturing a world where collaboration and empathy are valued as keys to progress and harmony. Investing in relationships was a principle my grandfather cherished deeply. He viewed friendships and connections not as fleeting interactions but as lifelong commitments that required nurturing and care. Picture a man who valued the slow, deliberate cultivation of bonds, much like tending to a garden. He often spoke of his friendships with fondness, sharing stories of loyalty and support that spanned decades. One story involved his friendship with a neighbor, a bond that began in childhood and grew stronger over the years. Through life's ups and downs, they supported each other, whether it was through small acts of kindness or being a shoulder to lean on during challenging times. This enduring friendship served as a testament to the power of investing in relationships, showing how mutual respect and understanding could withstand any storm. Grandfather also believed in the importance of community involvement as a way to build meaningful connections. He frequently participated in local events, fostering relationships with people from various walks of life. These interactions not only enriched his own life, but also created a network of support and camaraderie that benefited everyone involved. In today's digital age, where connections can feel superficial and fleeting, Grandfather's wisdom on investing in relationships offers a grounding perspective. He taught me that true relationships are built on trust, empathy, and shared experiences, elements that take time and effort to cultivate. By investing in deep connections, we create a support system that enhances our lives, providing joy, understanding, and resilience. Grandfather's approach to nurturing relationships reminds us that in a world where virtual connections can often replace genuine interactions, taking the time to invest in meaningful relationships is more crucial than ever. By doing so, we enrich our lives with the richness of shared moments and the comfort of knowing we are never truly alone. His legacy encourages us to prioritize relationships, inviting us to cherish and grow them with intention and love. Laughter as medicine was one of my grandfather's most cherished beliefs, a philosophy he lived by each day. He understood that humor was not just a way to pass time, but a powerful tool to uplift spirits and connect people. Grandfather often used humor to diffuse tension and build camaraderie, turning challenging moments into opportunities for bonding. I recall a particular story he shared about a time when a storm threatened to ruin a long-planned family picnic. As the sky darkened, rather than succumbing to disappointment, Grandfather gathered everyone indoors and suggested a spontaneous indoor treasure hunt. He donned a silly hat, handed out cryptic clues, and turned the gloomy situation into an afternoon filled with laughter and joy. His ability to lighten the mood transformed what could have been a dampened day into a memorable family adventure that brought everyone closer together. Humor also featured prominently in his friendships. During a particularly intense period at work, when deadlines loomed large, Grandfather organized a surprise end-of-week get-together for colleagues. He orchestrated a playful roast complete with light-hearted jabs that poked fun at everyone's quirks, including his own. This act of humor not only eased the collective stress but strengthened team bonds, creating an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. Grandfather's knack for finding humor in everyday situations taught me that laughter is indeed the best medicine. It has the power to uplift our mood, reduce stress, and foster connections by bringing people together. In today's world where pressures and challenges can feel overwhelming, his wisdom encourages us to infuse our lives with laughter. By embracing humor, we enhance our well-being and create an environment where joy and camaraderie thrive. His legacy of finding lightness in life's moments reminds us that laughter is a universal language, one that transcends barriers and nurtures the soul. Embracing humor allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, turning challenges into opportunities for joy and connection. Let us remember Grandfather's lesson and cultivate laughter as a vital part of our daily lives, creating spaces where happiness and community flourish. The power of forgiveness was a vital lesson my grandfather imparted, deeply ingrained in his approach to life. He often spoke about forgiveness as a liberating force, one that not only mends relationships but also heals the soul. One touching story involved a disagreement with a lifelong friend over a business matter. The fallout was significant, and for months the friendship lay dormant, clouded by pride and misunderstanding. It was during a quiet moment of reflection that Grandfather realized the heavy burden he carried. Gathering his courage, he reached out to his friend with an open heart, seeking reconciliation. The meeting wasn't just about resolving a conflict, it was about acknowledging each other's perspectives and embracing vulnerability. This act of forgiveness rekindled their friendship, turning a moment of discord into a bridge of understanding. Grandfather's story taught me that forgiveness isn't about who was right or wrong. It's about letting go of resentment and choosing peace. He often emphasized the importance of forgiving oneself, sharing a personal story from his youth when a missed opportunity left him with a lingering sense of regret. Instead of dwelling on what could have been, he chose to forgive himself, viewing the experience as a lesson rather than a failure. This self-forgiveness enabled him to move forward with renewed clarity and resolve, free from the chains of self-recrimination. Grandfather's wisdom encourages us to embrace forgiveness as a vital tool for personal growth. In today's world, where grudges and regrets can weigh heavily on our hearts, his lesson reminds us that forgiveness is a liberating gift we give ourselves and others. By practicing forgiveness, we create space for healing, growth, and deeper connections, enriching our lives with compassion and understanding. His legacy teaches us that by choosing to forgive, we can shed the burdens that hold us back, fostering a life of peace, harmony, and fulfillment. Living in the moment was a cherished philosophy my grandfather embraced, one that shaped the quality of his life in profound ways. He believed that true happiness bloomed in the present, not in the lingering regrets of yesterday or the anxieties of tomorrow. Imagine a man who found joy in the simple act of savoring his morning tea, the aroma and warmth grounding him in the here and now. Grandfather often recounted how mindfulness allowed him to relish each moment, enriching his daily experiences. One vivid example was how he approached his evening walks. Instead of rushing past the scenery, he took the time to appreciate the vibrant colors of a sunset, feeling the gentle breeze on his face and listening to the harmonious symphony of nature. These mindful practices didn't just enhance his appreciation for life, they nourished his soul, providing a sense of peace and clarity amidst life's chaos. Grandfather often emphasized how living in the moment allowed him to respond to challenges with calm and focus, rather than being overwhelmed by stress or distraction. This perspective wasn't limited to moments of solitude. In social gatherings, he practiced active presence, truly engaging with those around him, listening intently and valuing each interaction. His ability to be fully present nurtured deeper and more meaningful relationships, illustrating how mindfulness enhances connections with ourselves and others. In today's world, where the pace of life often pulls us in countless directions, grandfather's wisdom serves as a gentle reminder to pause, breathe, and immerse ourselves in the present. By practicing mindfulness, we can transform ordinary moments into extraordinary experiences, enhancing our well-being and fostering a sense of fulfillment. Grandfather's legacy invites us to cultivate mindfulness in our own lives, encouraging us to appreciate the present, cherish the simple joys, and create moments of intentional living. Remember, living in the moment doesn't require a monumental shift. It's about finding gratitude and presence in the everyday, granting ourselves the gift of a truly lived and meaningful life. The second life lesson my grandfather imparted was about setting and achieving goals, a practice he viewed as essential to living a purposeful life. He believed that goals provide direction and motivation, steering us toward our desired destinations. One story that stands out is from his early 20s, when he set his sights on climbing the corporate ladder within the company where he worked. Rather than just dreaming about success, grandfather took deliberate steps to achieve it. He began by defining clear and specific goals, focusing on acquiring the skills and knowledge needed for advancement. He broke down larger objectives into smaller, manageable tasks, allowing him to track his progress and stay motivated. His approach wasn't just about professional ambitions, it extended into personal realms as well. Grandfather once shared how he set a goal to run a marathon before his 50th birthday, despite having no athletic background. He developed a structured training plan, gradually increasing his stamina and endurance. The journey wasn't without its challenges, yet each step brought him closer to his dream. When he finally crossed the marathon's finish line, the sense of achievement was unparalleled, a testament to the power of perseverance and dedication. This experience taught me that achieving goals requires commitment and resilience, underscoring the importance of discipline and continuous effort. In today's world, where distractions and setbacks are commonplace, grandfather's strategies for setting and achieving goals resonate deeply. He often said that the key to success lies not just in reaching the end, but in embracing the journey itself, cherishing each milestone along the way. By setting meaningful goals, we create a roadmap for our lives, one that guides us toward growth, fulfillment, and success. Grandfather's wisdom encourages us to dream big, act with intention, and celebrate each success, no matter how small, fostering a life of purpose and achievement. The balance between work and leisure was something my grandfather mastered, a harmony that enriched his life with both productivity and joy. He often spoke of this blend as crucial to a fulfilling existence, likening it to the rhythm of a well-composed melody. Imagine a man who diligently attended to his professional duties with focus and dedication, yet knew when to set aside the tools of his trade to explore the joys of leisure. One story he shared was from a particularly demanding phase at work, where long hours and pressing deadlines threatened to overshadow personal well-being. Instead of succumbing to burnout, he practiced the art of deliberate detachment. At the end of each week, he would carve out time for activities that refreshed his spirit, whether it was a leisurely hike in the hills, a quiet afternoon with a favorite book, or an evening spent savoring a homemade meal with family. This intentional pause allowed him to return to work with renewed vigor and enhanced creativity. Grandfather believed that true balance lies in recognizing the value of both work and leisure, understanding that they complement rather than compete with each other. By weaving moments of relaxation into his life, he maintained a sense of equilibrium that fostered well-being and prevented the monotony of routine. His wisdom teaches us that achieving balance is about setting boundaries, learning to prioritize, and creating space for the activities that bring joy and peace. In today's fast-paced world, where the lines between professional and personal time often blur, grandfather's example encourages us to consciously cultivate balance. By dedicating time to leisure, we enrich our lives, enhancing our capacity to enjoy work and life alike. His approach to balancing work and leisure reminds us that life is not solely defined by achievements, but also by the moments of joy and connection we create along the way. By embracing this lesson, we unlock the key to a life that is not only productive but deeply satisfying and meaningful, nourishing both our ambitions and our hearts. The importance of self-care was a practice my grandfather prioritized throughout his life, seeing it as essential to maintaining health and happiness. He often spoke of self-care not as a luxury but as a necessity, likening it to the act of refueling a car to keep it running smoothly. One of his cherished routines was his morning walk, a time for quiet reflection and connection with nature. He would often rise with the sun, breathing in the crisp morning air, allowing the gentle rhythm of his steps to clear his mind and invigorate his body. This daily ritual was more than just exercise. It was a moment of self-renewal that set a positive tone for the day. Another self-care practice he valued was setting aside time for contemplation and relaxation. Grandfather believed in the power of solitude, taking moments each week to disconnect from the busyness of life and engage in activities that brought him peace, like reading a favorite book or tending to his garden. These practices were his way of nurturing his mental and emotional well-being, allowing him to approach challenges with clarity and calm. Grandfather also emphasized the importance of listening to one's body, recognizing when to rest and recharge. He often shared a piece of advice that resonated with me. Take care of yourself. Your body is the only place you truly live. This wisdom taught me that self-care is integral to overall well-being, encompassing physical, mental, and emotional health. In today's demanding world, where the pace can often be relentless, his lessons on self-care serve as a vital reminder. By prioritizing self-care, we not only enhance our capacity to support others, but also cultivate a balanced and fulfilling life. Grandfather's approach invites us to embrace self-care as a fundamental practice, nourishing our souls and ensuring that we are well equipped to face life's challenges with strength and resilience. His legacy encourages us to listen to our needs, honor our well-being, and create a life that is not only productive but also deeply satisfying and harmonious. The first practice involves leading by example, a philosophy my grandfather embodied, choosing actions as his primary language. He taught me that true leadership is not about commanding respect with words but earning it through consistent and honorable deeds. One vivid story comes from his tenure as a manager at a bustling plant. Rather than issuing directives from behind a desk, he rolled up his sleeves and worked alongside his team, regardless of how demanding the task was. His willingness to share in the workload not only inspired respect but also instilled a sense of unity and motivation among the workers. They were encouraged to give their best because grandfather didn't just speak about teamwork, he lived it through his actions. Another instance was during a community service project aimed at beautifying the local park. While many contributed financially or with ideas, grandfather took the initiative to lead the effort on the ground, organizing volunteers, planting trees, and painting benches himself. His hands-on involvement drew others to the cause, inspiring more participation than ever before. People didn't need to be asked twice to join in because they saw the commitment and passion in his actions. Grandfather's approach to leading by example also extended to his personal life. He often emphasized the importance of honesty and integrity, not just through lectures but by walking the talk every single day. Whether it was owning up to a mistake or following through on promises, he demonstrated that authenticity and accountability were non-negotiable values. He showed me that actions indeed speak louder than words, leaving a legacy of leadership rooted in genuine influence rather than authority. In today's world, where actions often get overshadowed by words, grandfather's lesson on leading by example serves as a timeless reminder. It prompts us to inspire and uplift others through our deeds, creating an environment where trust and respect naturally flourish. His legacy encourages us to act with intention, understanding that leadership is a journey of influence, not just a position of power. By leading through action, we create ripples of positive change, nurturing a culture of collaboration and integrity. Grandfather's wisdom invites us to step into the role of a true leader, one who inspires not through words alone, but through the undeniable power of example. The second practice involves accepting imperfections, a value my grandfather embraced wholeheartedly, both in himself and in those around him. He often reminded me that perfection was an illusion, a goal that could lead to unnecessary stress and disappointment. One warm story he shared was about a time when he attempted to bake a cake for a family celebration. Despite his best efforts, the cake didn't turn out as planned. It was a bit lopsided and slightly burnt. Instead of hiding the imperfection, he served it with a smile, joking about his culinary masterpiece. This act of embracing his own flaws not only filled the room with laughter, but also deepened the connections among family members. It taught me that imperfection could be a source of joy and bonding, rather than something to shy away from. Grandfather's acceptance extended to others as well. He saw beauty in everyone's uniqueness, firmly believing that flaws were what made each person special. Whether it was a friend's tendency to run late or a neighbor's eccentric habits, he valued them for who they were, not in spite of their quirks, but because of them. This perspective didn't just foster harmony, it also nurtured an environment where people felt loved and accepted, boosting their self-esteem and happiness. In today's world, where social media and societal pressures often push us towards unrealistic ideals, Grandfather's wisdom serves as a refreshing invitation to celebrate authenticity over perfection. By accepting imperfections, we free ourselves and others from the burden of unrealistic expectations, embracing life with sincerity and gratitude. His lesson teaches us that true happiness and connection arise from recognizing and cherishing our unique attributes. It encourages us to view imperfections not as flaws, but as integral threads in the rich tapestry of human experience. Grandfather's approach invites us to build genuine connections by being true to ourselves, fostering a life imbued with joy, compassion, and understanding. The role of faith and spirituality played a profound part in my grandfather's life, offering a compass that guided him through life's ebbs and flows. He often spoke of faith as a quiet strength, a wellspring of comfort and resilience that enriched his journey. Growing up in a household where spirituality was intertwined with daily life, Grandfather learned early on to appreciate the deeper connections between his inner self and the world around him. One cherished story he often shared was about the time he faced a particularly challenging period during his career when uncertainty loomed large. Instead of succumbing to worry, he turned to his spiritual practices for solace and insight. This period of introspection through meditation and prayer provided him with the clarity and peace needed to navigate through difficult decisions. Grandfather's faith wasn't about rigid dogmas. It was a personal and evolving relationship with something greater that offered him a sense of belonging and purpose. This connection to his spirituality imbued him with compassion and empathy for others, guiding his actions and interactions with kindness and respect. He believed that faith provided a stable foundation during life's storms, reminding him that he was part of a larger tapestry of life, interconnected with all living beings. His spiritual beliefs encouraged him to remain hopeful and optimistic, knowing that each challenge carried lessons and opportunities for growth. In today's fast-paced world, where external pressures often overshadow inner peace, Grandfather's wisdom on faith serves as a gentle reminder to nurture our spiritual selves. By exploring our own beliefs and practices, we create a sanctuary of inner strength and harmony, empowering us to face life's uncertainties with grace. Grandfather's legacy invites us to embrace spirituality as a guiding force, one that champions love, compassion, and understanding, enriching our lives with a sense of peace and fulfillment. His faith journey teaches us that by cultivating a connection to something greater, we find comfort in the present and hope for the future, living each day with purpose and tranquility. Practicing empathy was a skill my grandfather possessed naturally, enabling him to connect with others on a profound level. He believed that true empathy went beyond sympathy, as it involved genuinely stepping into another's shoes to understand their feelings and perspectives. One story that beautifully illustrated his empathetic nature was from a time when a neighbor faced a significant personal loss. Rather than offering mere condolences, my grandfather took the time to sit with them, listen, and share in their grief. This act of empathy provided comfort and created a lasting bond, showing how deeply understanding someone's emotions can transform relationships. His ability to empathize extended into his community work, where he often advocated for those who felt unheard. By actively listening and valuing their voices, he fostered an environment of inclusivity and trust. Grandfather taught me that empathy was not just about responding to another's pain, but also celebrating their joys. To cultivate empathy, he encouraged practicing active listening, where we fully engage in understanding the speaker without interruptions. He believed in asking thoughtful questions that invite people to share more of their experiences and emotions. Another tip was to embrace diverse perspectives by exposing oneself to different cultures, stories, and lifestyles, which broadens our understanding of the human experience. Grandfather also valued self-reflection, taking time to acknowledge our own emotions and biases, which enhances our ability to empathize authentically. In today's fast-paced world, where understanding can often be overshadowed by judgment, his wisdom encourages us to nurture empathy as a bridge that connects hearts, creating a tapestry of compassion and kindness. By practicing empathy, we not only enrich our relationships but also foster a community where love and understanding prevail, enhancing the quality of our shared human experience. Grandfather's legacy invites us to embrace empathy in our daily lives, empowering us to make meaningful connections that transcend superficial interactions, ultimately weaving a world united by care and respect. The third practice involves being gracious in both victory and defeat, an invaluable lesson my grandfather imparted through his actions and words. He often spoke of these moments as defining experiences that revealed one's true character. One story that stands out from his younger days involves a local tennis tournament where he faced a formidable opponent. Despite his best efforts, the match ended in a narrow defeat. Instead of expressing disappointment, Grandfather approached his opponent with a warm smile and congratulated him on a well-played game. This graciousness not only earned the respect of his peers but also fostered a friendship that lasted for years. Grandfather believed that accepting defeat with dignity was as important as celebrating victory with humility. Another memorable experience was from a championship match he won after a long, grueling season. Rather than basking solely in his triumph, he took the opportunity to praise his competitors, acknowledging their hard work and determination throughout the tournament. His humility in victory set a powerful example, illustrating that celebrating others' efforts was integral to true sportsmanship. Grandfather's approach to winning and losing gracefully taught me that the way we handle these moments reflects our integrity and strength of character. In today's competitive world, where the emphasis is often on winning at all costs, his wisdom encourages us to prioritize respect, empathy, and kindness. By being gracious in both victory and defeat, we not only uplift ourselves but also inspire those around us to rise together. Grandfather's legacy reminds us that life's true victories are not measured by the wins and losses on a scoreboard, but by the relationships and respect we cultivate along the way. His enduring lesson challenges us to embrace sportsmanship as a lifelong practice, fostering a culture of understanding and camaraderie that transcends the outcome of any competition. Let us carry forward his wisdom, approaching each challenge with an open heart and a graceful spirit, enriching our journey with dignity and gratitude. The significance of traditions was something my grandfather cherished deeply, seeing them as the threads that weave the fabric of our shared history and identity. Grandfather believed that traditions were more than just rituals. They were living connections to our past, creating a bridge to future generations. One of his cherished traditions was the annual family reunion held every summer, a vibrant gathering that brought relatives from near and far together. Imagine a backyard filled with the aroma of home-cooked meals, laughter echoing as children played, and stories shared around a bonfire. These reunions weren't just events, they were celebrations of love, resilience, and continuity. For Grandfather, these gatherings preserved family lore, passing down tales of ancestors who had paved the way for the lives we enjoyed. He often recounted how these stories, rich with triumphs and trials, shaped his understanding of our family's journey. Another tradition he held dear was the ritual of crafting handmade gifts during the holiday season. He involved all family members, young and old, in creating something unique for each person, whether it was a piece of artwork, a knitted scarf, or a personalized letter. This tradition was more than a creative exercise. It fostered a spirit of giving, teaching us the value of thoughtfulness and personal connection. Through these practices, Grandfather illustrated how traditions could create lasting memories, nurturing bonds that strengthen over time. In today's rapidly changing world, where the essence of tradition can sometimes be overshadowed by modern conveniences, Grandfather's wisdom reminds us that traditions serve as anchors, providing stability and a sense of belonging. They offer continuity amidst change, enriching our lives with shared experiences and cultural heritage. By embracing traditions, we honor the legacy of those who came before us, while also laying the foundation for those who will follow. Grandfather's love for family traditions encourages us to create and cherish our own, knowing that these rituals are more than mere customs. They are the lifeline that unites us, grounding us in love, history, and community. His legacy invites us to celebrate and preserve traditions, weaving them into the tapestry of our lives, ensuring they flourish for generations to come. Embracing lifelong learning was a principle my grandfather wholeheartedly lived by, a commitment to growth that transcended age and circumstance. He viewed each day as an opportunity to learn anew, whether from books, experiences, or conversations. One memorable story is from his later years when many might have settled into routine. Instead, my grandfather embraced the chance to learn a new language. With determination and curiosity, he picked up Spanish, inspired by the cultural richness it offered and the joy of connecting with new friends in their native tongue. This wasn't just about acquiring a skill. It was about enriching his life with new perspectives and sparking connections that would otherwise remain unexplored. His journey into language learning taught me that embracing new knowledge invigorates the spirit, whether you're a child or embarking on life's later chapters. Grandfather believed that learning was a treasure that grew with sharing. He often held informal gatherings at home where friends and family exchanged ideas and debated topics from history to science, fostering an environment of intellectual curiosity. These interactions weren't just informative, they were catalysts for deeper understanding and respect. In today's world, where information is ever evolving, his legacy encourages us to view learning as a lifelong adventure. It invites us to remain open to new possibilities, whether it's through taking a course, exploring a novel hobby, or simply engaging in dialogue with someone from a different background. By embracing lifelong learning, we cultivate adaptability and resilience, qualities that empower us to navigate a changing world with confidence and grace. Grandfather's wisdom reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge enriches not only our minds but also our lives, encouraging a life filled with purpose, connection, and joy. His example inspires us to nurture our curiosity, viewing each day as a fresh page in our book of learning, inviting us to explore the vastness of the world and the depth of our own potential. Effective communication was an art my grandfather mastered, a skill he believed was foundational to building understanding and respect. he often emphasized that communication was not just about talking, but about truly connecting with another person. One story he shared highlighted the pitfalls of miscommunication during his time working on a collaborative project. Imagine a team where instructions were given but not clearly understood, leading to confusion and errors. Instead of letting frustration take over, Grandfather took the initiative to organize a meeting where each member expressed their concerns and clarifications. This open dialogue not only resolved the misunderstandings but also fostered a sense of teamwork and solidarity. Through this experience, he learned that effective communication requires clarity, patience, and the willingness to listen as much as speak. His approach wasn't confined to professional settings. At home, he practiced open and honest dialogue, encouraging family members to share their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. He believed in the power of active listening, where attention is fully given to the speaker, ensuring their message is heard and understood. By asking thoughtful questions, he demonstrated genuine interest, making conversations meaningful and enriching. Grandfather's insights on communication taught me that words are powerful tools that can bridge gaps or widen them. In today's world, where messages often get lost in translation amidst rapid exchanges, his wisdom encourages us to slow down and engage in purposeful conversation. By prioritizing effective communication, we not only enrich our personal and professional relationships, but also create an environment where understanding and empathy thrive. His legacy reminds us that the heart of communication lies in connection, inviting us to converse with intention, respect, and an open heart. Through his practices, we learn that true communication transforms misunderstandings into opportunities for growth, strengthening the bonds that unite us. Grandfather's enduring lesson challenges us to embrace effective dialogue as a cornerstone of healthy relationships, fostering a community where every voice is valued and understood. Life Lesson 33: the importance of giving back was something my grandfather embodied throughout his life, viewing it as a profound source of fulfillment and purpose. He believed that contributing to the community wasn't just a duty but a privilege, a way to create meaningful connections and foster a sense of belonging. One story he often shared was about his involvement in a local charity that provided meals for families in need. Picture a bustling community center filled with the aroma of home-cooked meals, volunteers working side by side, each contribution adding to a tapestry of compassion and care. Grandfather's role wasn't just about providing resources, it was about forging personal connections with those he served, listening to their stories and offering support beyond material aid. His engagement in acts of service taught me that giving back enriches both the giver and the receiver, creating a circle of generosity that uplifts us all. Grandfather often said that true fulfillment comes from making a positive impact in others' lives, whether through volunteering time, sharing skills, or offering a helping hand. His legacy calls us to engage actively with our communities, encouraging us to find ways to give back that align with our passions and abilities. In today's world where challenges abound, his wisdom invites us to contribute to causes that resonate with our hearts. Whether it's participating in a local cleanup, mentoring a young person, or donating to a worthy cause, small acts of kindness can create waves of change. Grandfather's approach to giving back serves as a powerful reminder that we all have something valuable to offer, and by sharing our gifts, we enrich the world around us. His enduring lesson inspires us to step beyond our individual spheres, fostering a culture of empathy and generosity that strengthens communities and builds bridges across divides. By embracing the importance of giving back, we not only honor his legacy but also become architects of a brighter, more compassionate future, one where the spirit of service unites us all in common purpose. Staying true to yourself was a guiding principle in my grandfather's life, a value he held steadfast even in the face of challenges. He often emphasized that authenticity was not just about being genuine with others, but maintaining a deep honesty with oneself. One notable story from his youth involves a time when he was pressured to conform to societal expectations in his career choice. At that time, many of his peers were pursuing prestigious professions, driven by the promise of status and financial gain. However, grandfather knew in his heart that his passion lay in woodworking, a craft he loved since he was a child. Despite external pressures and the lure of more lucrative paths, he followed his calling, dedicating himself to honing his skills in the workshop. His decision wasn't easy, and he faced skepticism from those who didn't understand his choice. Yet, his unwavering commitment to his true self led him to build a successful business that not only brought him personal fulfillment, but also earned him respect and admiration from the community. This story taught me that staying true to oneself often requires courage and conviction, yet it is the path to genuine happiness and success. Grandfather also exemplified authenticity in his personal relationships. He often shared how being honest about his feelings, even when it was difficult, strengthened his connections with family and friends. By living authentically, he created a space where others felt comfortable to be themselves, fostering relationships built on trust and mutual respect. In today's world, where external influences can easily sway our sense of identity, grandfather's wisdom encourages us to embrace our true selves. By listening to our instincts and pursuing our passions, we cultivate a life that resonates with authenticity and purpose. His legacy challenges us to resist the urge to conform, instead inspiring us to celebrate our unique qualities and aspirations. Staying true to yourself, as grandfather taught, is about aligning your actions with your values, creating a life that is both fulfilling and true to who you are at the core. His example invites us to walk our own path with integrity, knowing that authenticity is the cornerstone of a meaningful and joyful existence. Nurturing creativity was as integral to my grandfather's happiness as the air he breathed. He often spoke of creativity as the lifeblood of his soul, a channel through which he expressed his deepest thoughts and emotions. One of my earliest memories is of him working in his workshop, where the scent of freshly cut wood mingled with the symphony of tools clinking and clanging. Grandfather's passion for woodworking was more than a hobby. It was his form of artistic expression, a refuge where he transformed raw materials into beautiful creations that spoke volumes of his creativity. He often shared how each piece of furniture or intricate carving he crafted was a manifestation of his imagination brought to life. This creative pursuit not only brought him immense joy, but also a sense of fulfillment that enriched his daily life. He taught me that creativity isn't confined to one medium. It can bloom wherever our passions lead us, whether it's writing, painting, music, or even cooking. I fondly recall the times he would sit with his sketchbook, drawing whimsical scenes inspired by his surroundings. These moments weren't just about producing art. They were about the process of creation itself, where ideas flowed freely, unburdened by constraints or expectations. Grandfather believed that creativity is a gift everyone possesses, waiting to be explored and nurtured. In today's world, where routine and responsibilities can often overshadow our creative instincts, his wisdom encourages us to carve out time for our artistic pursuits. By embracing creativity, we open doors to self-discovery and healing, allowing our inner worlds to shine. His legacy invites us to explore our creative sides, whether it's through taking a class, starting a project, or simply allowing ourselves the freedom to imagine and create. Nurturing creativity, as grandfather taught, is about embracing the joy of discovery, where the journey of creation brings happiness and connection. His example inspires us to cultivate our creative passions, knowing that by doing so, we enrich not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a tapestry of creativity that colors the world with beauty and wonder. The courage to stand alone was a trait my grandfather exemplified, a beacon of strength in a world that sometimes encourages conformity. He often spoke about the importance of staying true to one's beliefs, even when faced with solitude. One powerful story that illustrated this courage took place during his early years, when he worked in a company that was considering cutting corners on quality to increase profits. While many of his colleagues were tempted to go along with the decision for the sake of job security and approval, Grandfather chose to voice his concerns. He stood alone in that boardroom, advocating for the integrity and values he held dear. His courage to speak up, even when others remained silent, eventually swayed the decision, preserving the company's reputation and setting a powerful example for ethical conduct. His ability to remain steadfast in his principles taught me that true courage often involves standing alone in the face of opposition, driven by a conviction that transcends immediate circumstances. Another instance occurred when he was involved in community advocacy, raising awareness about environmental conservation. Many were skeptical, viewing his efforts as unnecessary or overly ambitious. Yet, Grandfather's belief in the importance of protecting nature fueled his passion, and he continued his campaign tirelessly. Over time, his dedication inspired others to join his cause, sparking a movement that contributed to significant positive changes in the community's approach to sustainability. His determination showed me that the courage to stand alone is often the catalyst for transformation, illustrating how steadfast commitment can eventually garner support and lead to meaningful impact. In today's world, where peer pressure and societal expectations can challenge our resolve, Grandfather's wisdom encourages us to embrace the courage to stand alone when necessary. By staying true to our beliefs, we nurture authenticity and inspire others to do the same, fostering a culture where individuality and integrity are celebrated. His legacy teaches us that the courage to stand alone isn't about isolation. It's about leading with conviction, knowing that being true to oneself is the ultimate act of bravery and empowerment. Let us honor this lesson by walking our paths with courage, confident in the knowledge that standing firm in our beliefs lights the way for ourselves and others. The wisdom of silence was a profound lesson my grandfather cherished, recognizing it as a sanctuary of clarity and peace in a world often filled with noise. He believed that silence held a unique power, providing a space for reflection and insight that words could never fully capture. One memorable story he shared was about his morning routine, where he would sit in quiet contemplation before the day began. This practice wasn't just about the absence of sound. It was a deliberate pause that allowed his mind to settle and focus, much like a calm lake reflecting the sky above. These moments of silence were his time for introspection, where he could process thoughts and emotions, gaining a deeper understanding of himself and the world. Grandfather also spoke about the power of listening to the quietness of nature, whether it was the gentle rustling of leaves or the distant echo of a bird's call. To him, these natural sounds were more than mere background noise. They were a reminder of the interconnectedness of life and the beauty found in stillness. Through silence, he found a profound sense of peace and rejuvenation, enabling him to approach challenges with a clear and balanced mind. This approach extended beyond personal reflection. In conversations, he valued the pauses, understanding that listening was as vital as speaking. By embracing silence, he created a space where genuine dialogue could unfold, allowing others to express themselves openly and honestly. In today's fast-paced world, where constant communication can often overwhelm, Grandfather's wisdom serves as a gentle reminder to embrace the gift of silence. By practicing mindful silence, we nurture our inner selves, gaining clarity and perspective that guide us through life's complexities. His legacy invites us to cherish moments of quietude, recognizing them as opportunities for growth and serenity. Let us honor this lesson by cultivating silence in our lives, using it as a tool to deepen our understanding and connection with both ourselves and the world around us. The resilience my grandfather exhibited throughout his life was nothing short of inspiring, a testament to his unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. He often shared stories of his journey where life's unpredictability tested his limits, yet shaped him into the pillar of strength we all admired. One particularly challenging moment occurred during the early years of his marriage when a financial downturn threatened their livelihood. Instead of succumbing to despair, Grandfather saw it as a call to action, an opportunity to rebuild from the ground up. With determination and resolve, he explored new avenues for income, tapping into his resourcefulness and creativity. Through sleepless nights and relentless effort, he gradually turned the tide, not only stabilizing his family's situation, but also enhancing it beyond what they had before. This experience taught me that resilience isn't just about weathering the storm, but emerging from it stronger than before. Another profound story highlighted his resilience when faced with a personal health setback. Rather than yielding to the limitations of his condition, Grandfather approached it with the same grit and adaptability that defined his character. He researched ways to manage his health, embraced new routines, and remained proactive in seeking solutions. His positive outlook and determination to maintain an active lifestyle served as a powerful reminder that resilience is often nurtured by hope and perseverance. He would remind us that life's trials are stepping stones to greater strength, teaching us to adapt and overcome. Grandfather's resilience was deeply rooted in his belief in the power of community and connection. During tough times, he never hesitated to reach out to friends and family, understanding that seeking support is a strength, not a weakness. This network of love and solidarity provided not only practical help but also emotional encouragement, creating a reservoir of hope that fueled his resilience. In today's world where challenges and uncertainties abound, his example urges us to embrace resilience as a vital tool for navigating life's complexities. By learning from his experiences, we discover that true resilience is built through adaptability, optimism, and the courage to face each challenge with an unwavering spirit. Grandfather's legacy of resilience inspires us to weather our own storms, confident in the knowledge that with determination and support, we too can transform adversity into triumph, creating a life of strength and fulfillment. Celebrating small wins was a philosophy my grandfather passionately lived by, finding immense joy in the seemingly minor milestones that colored the tapestry of his life. He often said that life's grandeur is woven from the threads of these everyday achievements, each one a cause for celebration. I vividly remember how he would celebrate the delight of successfully planting a new rose bush in his garden, admiring the first bloom as if it were a grand achievement. This wasn't merely about growing a plant, it was about acknowledging the care and effort he invested, a testament to his love for nurturing life. Another cherished memory involves the simple victory of perfecting a new bread recipe. The kitchen would fill with the comforting aroma of fresh bread, a sensory symphony that announced his triumph. These small wins brought him joy and motivated him to explore further, continually expanding his culinary repertoire. Grandfather taught me that by recognizing small victories, we fuel our passion and perseverance for the bigger goals. In today's fast-paced world, where we often rush from one task to another, his wisdom invites us to pause and appreciate the small wins that mark our journey. Whether it's tackling a challenging project, reaching a personal fitness milestone, or simply surviving a hectic week, each achievement deserves recognition and celebration. By embracing this practice, we cultivate a mindset of gratitude and positivity, enhancing our overall well-being. Grandfather's legacy encourages us to savor our victories, no matter how small, for they are the stepping stones leading to greater triumphs. Let us honor his lesson by creating moments of celebration in our own lives, recognizing that each small win is a testament to our efforts and progress, a reminder that we are moving forward step by step towards our dreams. Collective humanity was a fundamental belief my grandfather embraced, a philosophy that recognized the interconnectedness of all people as a source of strength and unity. He often spoke of humanity as a vast tapestry where every thread contributed to the rich pattern of life. One compelling story he shared was about his experiences during a community project aimed at revitalizing a local park. People from diverse backgrounds and walks of life came together, united by the shared goal of creating a space of beauty and belonging. Despite their differences, each individual brought unique skills and perspectives, resulting in a collective effort that surpassed expectations. This success wasn't just about the physical transformation of the park. It was a testament to the power of coming together as one, illustrating how shared purpose can bridge divides and foster understanding. Grandfather believed that embracing our collective humanity meant acknowledging the common threads that bind us, such as love, hope, and the desire for a better world. He often encouraged us to listen and learn from others, viewing diverse perspectives as opportunities for growth and empathy. Another story he loved to recount was about an international festival he attended where cultures from around the world were celebrated. He was fascinated by the vibrant tapestry of music, food, and traditions, each representing a unique piece of the larger human experience. This interaction not only enriched his understanding, but also reinforced his belief in the beauty of diversity and the importance of unity. In today's world, where divisions can often overshadow shared humanity, Grandfather's wisdom invites us to cultivate a spirit of unity and understanding. By embracing our collective humanity, we create a world where compassion and empathy thrive, fostering connections that transcend boundaries. His legacy reminds us that we are all part of the same tapestry, each strand contributing to the strength and beauty of the whole. By promoting the idea of collective humanity, we honor his belief in unity, encouraging a future rich with collaboration, respect, and shared purpose. Let us carry forward his lesson by nurturing our connections, celebrating our diversity, and working together to build a more inclusive and harmonious world. The fourth practice involves avoiding comparisons, a lesson my grandfather often emphasized with wisdom and clarity. He believed that comparing ourselves to others often led to unnecessary dissatisfaction and diverted us from our own path. One story he shared involved a time in his life when a close friend achieved significant professional success. Instead of letting comparison breed envy, my grandfather focused on his own journey, setting personal goals and taking pride in the progress he was making at his own pace. This approach allowed him to find joy in his accomplishments, underscoring the importance of self-acceptance and personal growth. He would often remind me that everyone's journey is unique, shaped by different experiences and aspirations. By embracing this perspective, we cultivate a mindset of gratitude and contentment, recognizing our own worth without the shadow of comparison. Grandfather's lesson taught me that self-growth is the most fulfilling measure of success. He encouraged focusing on developing our strengths, learning from challenges, and celebrating the milestones we reach, however small. In today's world, where social media often highlights others' curated successes, his wisdom offers a refreshing reminder to stay true to our path. By avoiding comparisons, we free ourselves from the pressure to conform to external standards, fostering a life rich with authenticity and achievement. His legacy invites us to focus on our personal journey, celebrate our progress, and appreciate our unique qualities, knowing that true fulfillment arises from embracing who we are and the path we choose to walk. Let us honor his lesson by nurturing our growth, confident that the most meaningful success is found not in comparison but in the joy of our own endeavors. The fifth practice involves having a sense of humor, a quality my grandfather possessed that could lighten even the heaviest of hearts. He often spoke about humor as a bridge that connects people, turning ordinary moments into bursts of joy and laughter. One memorable story was from a particularly tense family gathering where a disagreement threatened to overshadow the evening. Sensing the rising tension, Grandfather cleverly inserted a light-hearted joke about his own quirky habits, something we all recognized and loved. His humor not only diffused the situation but reminded everyone of the shared experiences that bonded us as a family. The room quickly filled with laughter, turning potential discord into a moment of unity and joy. Another instance where his humor shone was during a community fundraising event that wasn't going as planned. With attendance lower than expected, spirits were dampened, but grandfather's quick wit and infectious laughter turned the tide. He stepped up to the microphone, telling a series of funny anecdotes about his own fundraising mishaps, each one more amusing than the last. His stories brought smiles to every face, and soon enough, people were engaged and enthusiastic, ready to give generously. Grandfather's gift for humor taught me that laughter is a universal language, one that soothes and unites people across divides. In today's world, where stress and pressure can often weigh us down, his wisdom encourages us to embrace humor as a tool for healing and connection. By finding joy in the light-hearted moments, we not only uplift ourselves but create an atmosphere of warmth and camaraderie. His legacy reminds us that a sense of humor is a treasure, one that enriches our lives and strengthens our bonds with others. Let us honor his lesson by infusing our days with laughter, using humor to bridge gaps, dissolve tensions, and foster a sense of community and joy. The art of handling criticism constructively was a valuable lesson my grandfather mastered, one that shaped his growth and enriched his relationships. He often spoke of criticism not as an attack but as an opportunity to learn and improve. One story vividly illustrates this mindset. During a pivotal project at work, he received critical feedback on a presentation he had poured his heart into. Instead of reacting defensively, grandfather took a step back and listened with an open mind. He viewed the criticism as a chance to gain new perspectives, asking clarifying questions to fully understand the feedback given. By approaching it with humility, he was able to extract valuable insights that not only enhanced his work but also earned him respect from his colleagues. This experience taught him that responding to criticism with grace involves setting aside ego and embracing the possibility of growth. Grandfather believed that constructive criticism, even when challenging, is a gift that can illuminate areas for improvement. Another instance of handling criticism was in his woodworking passion, where he sought feedback from more seasoned craftsmen. Rather than viewing their suggestions as critiques of his abilities, he used them as stepping stones to refine his skills, evolving his craft into something even more remarkable. His willingness to embrace critique fostered a spirit of continuous learning, showing me that progress often comes from being receptive to others' insights. In today's world, where criticism can often feel overwhelming, grandfather's wisdom encourages us to view it as a tool for self-betterment. By handling criticism constructively, we open doors to personal and professional growth, building resilience and understanding. His legacy teaches us that true strength lies in the ability to listen, learn, and adapt, enriching our journey with wisdom and grace. Let us honor this lesson by welcoming feedback with gratitude, using it to propel us toward greater achievements and deeper connections. The art of persistence in the face of adversity was a defining trait of my grandfather's character, a quality that illuminated his path during life's toughest storms. He often recounted tales of perseverance that were nothing short of inspiring, illustrating the power of determination in overcoming obstacles. One particularly compelling story was from his early days when he faced a dire economic downturn that threatened to derail his young family's future. Instead of succumbing to despair, grandfather rolled up his sleeves and tackled the challenge head-on. He took every opportunity he could find, whether it was odd jobs or more stable positions, working tirelessly to keep his family afloat. His resilience paid off, gradually turning the tide and securing a brighter future for those he loved. Grandfather's determination taught me that persistence isn't just about enduring hardships, it's about actively seeking solutions and fighting for a better tomorrow. Another poignant example of his perseverance was during a health crisis that tested his limits. Faced with the daunting prospect of recovering from a significant injury, he approached it with unwavering resolve. Grandfather embraced a rigorous rehabilitation program, refusing to let setbacks deter his progress. With every step forward, no matter how small, he celebrated the progress that fueled his recovery. His ability to adapt and persevere through these challenges illustrated that resilience is often nurtured by hope, patience, and an unyielding spirit. In today's world where adversity can feel overwhelming, his wisdom invites us to face challenges with a steadfast heart, confident that persistence will guide us through. By learning from his experiences, we are reminded that true strength lies in our ability to persevere, transforming adversity into opportunities for growth. Grandfather's legacy inspires us to weather our own storms, knowing that with determination and support, we can forge a path of triumph and fulfillment, creating a life imbued with resilience and purpose. Let us carry forward his lesson, embracing persistence as a beacon of hope and a tool for overcoming life's challenges, one step at a time. Life Lesson 45. The role of nature was a profound influence in my grandfather's life, a sanctuary that provided both solace and endless inspiration. He often described nature as a tranquil refuge, a place where the noise of the world faded, leaving behind a serene symphony of life. One beloved story he shared was about his childhood, growing up near vast fields and forests that became his natural playground. He spoke of the joy he found in climbing trees, his fingers tracing the rough bark as he sat perched among the branches, gazing at the expanse of greenery stretching to the horizon. These moments weren't just escapades, they were opportunities to connect with something larger than himself, nurturing a sense of belonging and peace. Grandfather's love for nature wasn't confined to his youth. Throughout his life, he found solace in nature's embrace, whether it was through tending to his garden, hiking in the hills, or simply enjoying the warmth of the sun and the rustle of leaves during a quiet afternoon. He often described the sense of renewal he felt from these experiences, how nature's cycles mirrored life's ebbs and flows, teaching him to embrace change with grace. His connection to the natural world inspired a deep appreciation for its beauty and resilience. He believed that nature was a teacher, offering lessons in patience, perseverance, and harmony. By observing the intricate dance of the seasons, he learned to honor the pace of life and to find balance amid its challenges. In today's fast-paced and often technologically driven world, Grandfather's wisdom reminds us to reconnect with nature as a source of rejuvenation and inspiration. By immersing ourselves in the natural world, we nourish our souls, find clarity, and foster a profound sense of peace. Let us honor his lesson by embracing nature's beauty, cherishing its gifts, and allowing it to guide us on our journey, inspiring us to live with mindfulness and gratitude for the world around us. The practice of keeping an open mind was a principle my grandfather embraced wholeheartedly, viewing it as a gateway to personal growth and deeper understanding. He often shared how open-mindedness expanded his worldview, allowing him to learn and evolve continuously. One story that beautifully illustrated this was from his travels to a neighboring country, where he encountered customs and traditions vastly different from his own. Instead of retreating to familiar beliefs, he approached each experience with curiosity and respect, eager to understand the perspectives of the people he met. This openness led to meaningful conversations and friendships that enriched his life, teaching him that diversity is a source of strength and wisdom. Another memorable experience was during a community meeting where differing opinions threatened to cause division. Grandfather, known for his open-minded nature, encouraged everyone to share their viewpoints without judgment, fostering an environment where dialogue thrived. This inclusive approach not only resolved the conflict but also enhanced mutual respect and understanding among the members. His ability to listen and consider alternative perspectives was a testament to the power of open-mindedness in bridging gaps and nurturing empathy. In today's ever-changing world where differences can often lead to division, His wisdom invites us to approach life with an open mind, embracing the unknown with a willingness to learn and grow. By practicing open-mindedness, we create opportunities for connection and innovation, enriching our lives with a tapestry of experiences and insights. Grandfather's legacy encourages us to let go of preconceived notions and invite new ideas, fostering a spirit of discovery and collaboration. Let us honor his lesson by keeping our minds open, confident that in doing so, we enrich not only our own lives but also the lives of those around us, building a world where understanding and unity flourish. The balance of giving and receiving was a lesson my grandfather embodied with grace and wisdom. He believed that life was a delicate dance between offering help and allowing oneself to receive it. One poignant story he often shared was about a time when his community came together to rebuild a neighbor's home after a devastating fire. Grandfather, always one to lend a hand, coordinated efforts and provided both resources and support. This act of generosity was not just about giving materials, it was about offering hope and solidarity to a family in need. But the lesson didn't end there. Shortly after, when grandfather faced his own unexpected hardships, he found himself amidst a sea of helping hands offered by those he had supported. Initially hesitant, he learned to embrace the kindness extended to him, understanding that receiving was as important as giving. This experience taught him that life is a cycle of reciprocity, where generosity and gratitude flow seamlessly. Another instance was during his younger years when he attempted to complete a significant project solo, determined to do it without assistance. However, he soon realized the limitations of working alone and accepted the offer of help from friends. This collaboration resulted in a greater success than he could have achieved on his own, highlighting that receiving help is not a sign of weakness but an opportunity for growth and connection. Grandfather's wisdom taught me that true balance lies in being generous while remaining open to the support of others. In today's world, where self-reliance is often celebrated, his lesson encourages us to value the importance of both giving and receiving. By embracing this balance, we foster relationships built on mutual respect and appreciation, enriching our lives and the lives of those around us. His legacy reminds us that by allowing ourselves to receive, we create a space where generosity can thrive, nurturing a community of interconnectedness and grace. Let us honor his lesson by practicing the art of giving and receiving, confident that both actions are vital to the tapestry of a fulfilling life. The significance of rituals was an integral aspect of my grandfather's life, a practice he held close to his heart for the sense of continuity and stability it provided. He viewed rituals as more than mere routines. They were cherished moments that offered a sense of belonging and connection. Imagine a home filled with the warmth of tradition, where each day started with a simple ritual of sharing breakfast together, a time when grandfather would share stories and wisdom, creating a bond that transcended generations. This daily gathering was a cornerstone of our family life, reinforcing our ties and offering a moment of reflection and gratitude. Another treasured ritual was our yearly family camping trip, a tradition grandfather initiated to escape the hustle and bustle of daily life and reconnect with nature. These trips were about more than just camping. They were about strengthening family bonds, sharing laughter, and creating lasting memories under the starry night sky. Grandfather emphasized that these rituals, though simple, grounded us and provided a framework for our family values. He believed that rituals were not just about the actions themselves, but the intention behind them, a way to honor the past while investing in the future. In today's fast-paced world, where schedules can often overshadow meaningful connections, his wisdom reminds us of the importance of creating and maintaining rituals that foster relationships and personal growth. By embracing rituals, we create opportunities for togetherness and reflection, carving out sacred spaces in our lives to celebrate what truly matters. Grandfather's legacy invites us to reflect on our own rituals, encouraging us to appreciate their significance and nurture them with care. Let us honor his lesson by cherishing the rituals that enrich our lives, confident that they weave a tapestry of memories and meaning, connecting us to our loved ones and providing stability in an ever-changing world. The practice of daily reflection was a tool my grandfather used with dedication, viewing it as a compass guiding him through life's complexities. He found that taking time each day to reflect allowed him to gain insights into his thoughts, actions, and emotions, fostering a deeper understanding of his journey. One cherished memory involves him sitting quietly on the porch each evening, a cup of tea in hand, as the sun dipped below the horizon. This moment of reflection wasn't just about reviewing the day's events. It was a time for introspection where he considered what went well and where he might improve. Through this practice, he discovered patterns and lessons that enriched his personal growth. He often encouraged me to adopt a similar routine, advising to set aside a few minutes each day for quiet contemplation. Grandfather offered practical tips for effective reflection, such as keeping a journal to jot down thoughts and feelings, which not only served as a tool for processing but also as a record of growth over time. He believed that asking reflective questions like, "What did I learn today?" or "How did I impact others?" could illuminate areas for personal development. Another technique he recommended was focusing on gratitude during reflection, highlighting the positive aspects of the day, no matter how small. This practice nurtures a mindset of appreciation and encourages resilience in the face of challenges. In today's fast-paced world filled with constant distractions, Grandfather's wisdom on daily reflection serves as a gentle reminder to pause and look inward. By embracing this practice, we cultivate self-awareness and clarity, equipping ourselves with valuable insights for personal and professional growth. His legacy invites us to integrate reflection into our daily lives, confident that this time-tested routine will enrich our journey, bringing us closer to our true selves and illuminating the path to fulfillment and purpose. Let us honor his lesson by embracing daily reflection, knowing that this simple yet profound practice is a cornerstone of personal development, offering guidance and peace in an ever-changing world. Life Lesson 50, leaving a legacy, was a topic my grandfather often pondered, viewing it as the mark of one's existence beyond the physical realm. He believed that legacy wasn't solely about material possessions or accolades, but the enduring impact we leave on the hearts and minds of those we touch. One of his cherished stories involved a tree he planted in his youth, a robust oak that grew to shade generations of picnickers and storytellers in our family. This tree wasn't just a symbol of nature, it represented the continuity of care and love he devoted throughout his life. Just as he nurtured that sapling, Grandfather saw his actions, values, and wisdom as seeds that would flourish in the lives of others. His legacy was imbued in the lessons he taught, the kindness he extended, and the integrity he upheld. Grandfather often spoke about the importance of living with intention, encouraging us to make choices that reflect our deepest values and contribute positively to our communities. He believed that by living authentically and with purpose, we naturally create a legacy that inspires and uplifts those around us. In today's world, where the focus can often shift to immediate success, his wisdom reminds us to consider the long-term impact of our actions and the spirit we impart. Grandfather's approach to legacy invites us to reflect on the footprints we wish to leave, urging us to embrace kindness, nurture relationships, and pursue passions that elevate both ourselves and others. By carrying forward his teachings, we not only honor his memory but also contribute to a tapestry of positive change that resonates beyond our time. His enduring lesson challenges us to plant seeds of goodness, love, and understanding, confident that our legacy will grow and thrive in the hearts of future generations. Let us honor his insight by living consciously, knowing that each of our actions contributes to a world rich with hope, compassion, and enduring impact. Reflecting on the tapestry of life lessons shared throughout this journey with my grandfather, we find a treasure trove of timeless wisdom. These lessons, passed down from decades of lived experience, carry a richness that transcends generations, offering guidance no matter where we are on our path. From the patience that builds bridges to a life of integrity, from the joy found in simple pleasures to the strength in vulnerability, each lesson is a thread in the fabric of a fulfilling life. These insights not only illuminate the way forward, but also remind us of the beauty in embracing our individuality and the power of connection. They call upon us to live authentically, cherish our relationships, and harness the courage to step into the unknown. By incorporating these teachings into our daily lives, we invite a sense of purpose and joy that enriches both ourselves and those around us. I encourage you to take these lessons to heart, to reflect and share the stories and wisdom from your own journeys. Together, we create a community woven with shared experiences and a collective pursuit of understanding and growth. If this resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more wisdom and stories, so we can continue to explore and learn from the rich tapestry of life together. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and may these lessons light the way as you navigate your unique path.